Hello and welcome to Banter Blitz with Indeedio. My name is Mauri and now I shall play 5-minute blitz games on leadchess.org. So let's get started. So here we are on lead chess. I've pressed 5-0 and we have the chessboard showing, and we have black against chess pirate who plays d4. I shall reply with knight f6. He plays c4, I play e6, and he plays knight c3, and I play bishop b4, which means that we have the Nimzo-Indian defense. So-called classical Nimzo-Indian after queen c2. So now he goes bishop g5, okay. h6, bishop h4, c5. d5, e3, okay. How should I play against e3? Knight c6 maybe? Knight f3, okay. Okay, I'm gonna take this. He takes, and I was thinking about playing g5. If he goes bishop g3, then knight e4. Okay, let's try it. Maybe he sacrifices on g5. He doesn't. I'm gonna play here. He goes there, and I wanted to play pawn to d5. I could also play actually queen a5 check here, which could be a move. Which almost forces the trade of queens, which I think is in my favor. And he doesn't want that, which I guess is understandable. So he has to go for this instead. When I maybe have f5, I'll play f5. But after king d1, his position cannot be very good. I don't believe it. Bishop there. I could play pawn to d5. I could also just play now knight b4. Yeah, why not just play knight b4? And then just take this bishop, and then I should be quite happy. He goes there. I'll just take this guy. And then I'll just take it from there. I can play moves like d5, b6, and bishop out. He's probably going to want to put a piece on e5. Can I somehow take advantage of his open king? I probably want to play maybe d5. Let's play d5, and well, if I can open up the d file, that has to be good for me with his king on it and queen. So if he goes there, maybe rook d8 to try to open up this file. I think maybe I should just sacrifice this. I'll play rook d8 and sacrifice a pawn, because after d takes e6, bishop takes e6, my position looks good in that case. And then all my pieces are kind of active. And if he goes here, I can always just take with my knight. What else can I do? I guess I don't want to take his bishop, because then his rook is attacking h6. So do I go knight takes d6, or do I just go bishop d7 or something? Or pawn to b6? Pawn to b6, okay. Okay, pawn to b6. Let's try that with the idea of playing bishop a6. You can play queen c4 or queen b3 or something. But maybe... Okay, I was thinking king f7, but now I see he has knight e5 against that. So maybe that isn't so great. But I don't have to play king f7 if he goes queen c4. I can probably play something like b5 maybe in that position. Because then if queen b3, then I can play c4. which although it does close up files that I'm trying to open, it kind of helps me develop with tempo. I can at least then play bishop b7 and maybe play rook ac8 afterwards, something like that. And if he takes like this, then bishop a6, queen b3, I don't know. So what if I just take like this? Yeah, let's just take this. I still want to play bishop a6, and he can still play queen c4 when I don't have b5 anymore, so I'm not sure what I'll do against that. Maybe then I'll play, well, the d file is kind of opening up in that case. So yeah, queen c4 to prevent bishop a6, then I can, well, it is happening, but now I'm very happy with this, because now I'm getting kind of what I wanted, which was to open up the d file where his king is, and I'm getting all of this with tempo. So if he goes like king e2, then I have bishop a6, so he has to go here, but I can still play now bishop a6 with tempo, which I like a lot for me, because this looks very unpleasant for him. Could play moves like bishop d3 here, which looks like a good start, so we'll start with that. I guess he could take, but it's probably not good for him. 2 4 6, 2 4 6. Okay, so we have equal material. Not sure how I'm gonna punish his play, and my time is running low, so I'm not sure. Queen a4 or something. Okay, I guess we'll try that. Queen a4. Hoping that he maybe moves his queen so that I can mate him on c2, but not likely to happen, to be honest. And the good news is that his rook on a1 is not really a part of this game. And if I go, can I go knight bishop e2? Would that help me at all? Bishop e2, take. Okay, since I'm running kind of low on time, I'm gonna try that. Can't see anything better in the time that I have. So at least now I am kind of threatening this mate on d1. He goes there, which is fair enough. And if I go rook d1, king. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm doing here, to be honest, anymore. So I'll go here and yeah, try to play much faster, and just maybe grab a pawn. But yeah, this has not gone well at all. He goes there, and now there are some check problems on the back rank, so we're going here, and then we're just gonna probably lose on time. He goes there, we go somewhere. No, why did I remove that? If he takes, of course I take his knight. So now at least I'm threatening rook d2. He goes there. I'm gonna have to take that and this and go here, and then just try to do something clever. Yeah, I don't know why I played king. Okay, why I played king g7 is not really the place to be, and I've been very slow, unsurprisingly, as usual. And his knight is kind of dominating my bishop. So yeah, not really sure what I'm doing in this. And I just allowed king d6, so not very good. Not very good at all. Went from a probably winning position to a lost one. And losing on time, so things could have gone better. And I think I can probably resign this. Or just run out of time, which is also possible. He goes there. Okay, so now, yeah, just run out of time. All right. Thanks for the game. We'll call that the warm-up game and try to play better in the next one. We are over here and we are white. Hopefully everything is working. Against Rafa Yobo, we're playing the Queen's Gambit, Orthodox variation, as they call it, or at least as some people call it. Exchange variation, no. C6, everything is kind of usual. H6, castles, 92. Okay, am I blundering again? Take knight g4. How does that work? Check. I guess he can probably just play g5 here. Taking the knight. I'm not sure how great that is. Okay, so now how is this? I'm up a piece at least, so there's that. So there's at least that. But I'm not sure what else is good news about this position, since my king is looking, well, not so healthy. But he sacrificed, and I'm not sure if he thought the whole thing through or not, or what he wants, or how I should play. I'm not sure. Of course I want to play f3, but e3 is hanging, so I have to find something to deal with that. But I'm not sure what he's threatening in this position. What if I just play... This looks kind of stupid, but... Okay, at least it's a move that defends e3. At least it is that. Queen d6. f4. Knight takes e3. At least I can... Okay, it goes there. Okay, I think maybe I'll go here. And I just have to give up this pawn on e3 to try to stop his attack a little bit. And create this square for my king on f3. He checks, we go here. Not many other places to go. He checks us here, which, okay, that's fair enough. But I have to remind him that he did sacrifice a piece earlier, and getting two pieces for my rook maybe isn't all bad if I can avoid getting mated. So I guess we'll just start running over here. He checks us on h3 and we just start running away, and I think they should be fine. I don't really see the problem here. I have 5 pawns, he has 2, 4, 6, so I have 2 pieces, 2 minor pieces against a rook and a pawn, and that should be good for me under normal circumstances. So he likes to check a lot, and we just want to run away with the king. And yeah, so that's basically what's happening. Where do we go next? What if I go here maybe? Although this one does protect that square. Okay, what if I just go here? And then e3 is still protected. You'll probably want to check more because he seems like the checking kind. If he checks on h2, I'll just play king c1 and argue that I'm doing all right. Yep, I was right. He did want to check over there. And we'll just take like this. If he takes the queen, so now we're forcing the trade of more pieces, and it's going to be either the queen or the bishop that gets traded off his most active pieces. e3 is still protected, so yeah, this doesn't look too bad actually. Okay, what does he do after king c1? He thinks, which is good, and goes over there. Okay, so then I'm just gonna go and take this because I did want to trade some pieces, and then I'm gonna offer to trade more pieces like this. If he doesn't want that, then that's cool. I'll just play b3 and king b2 and take it from there, basically. Yeah, let's do that. b3, king b2, and try to activate our rook over there. Okay. Am I in trouble after a move like rook f8, a to e8? Maybe. Maybe I am. Can't really defend this pawn anymore. Like, I don't really know what to do, so I'll just do this. And we'll just make some moves, and if he wants to sacrifice on e3, then that's fine. He doesn't want to do that, instead he wants to go here. And yeah, like I said, I still think I'm doing fine. Except, of course, on the clock, as usual. So maybe I can try to play knight a4, knight c5, attack this pawn, and the rook will be putting pressure on c6 if the b pawn moves. Or maybe I can try to play knight b1, d2, f3, e5. Provoke him into f6 and argue that that is good for me. Probably. I don't know what that does. I really don't mind trading queens in this position, so I think after a move like queen g2, I'll be happy. He seems to want to prevent that, so like this. But now now I can just continue in the same vein, I think. And we can, if he goes, let's say queen f1, maybe rook f2, I can go here. And everything is kind of nicely protected. I can even, although he does want to, okay, so he does, now he wants to trade, which, like I said, I don't mind at all. And then we'll just make some moves. Okay, we need to make some moves, like I said. He goes there, we go somewhere, preferably. I should probably play something like a5. My time is not so great. I wanna, okay, so this is great for me because now I can put this knight here, which is excellent. So this is really good news for me. This knight is really good on, okay, so you can do that, that's fine. Those knights could be very tricky. It's not really threatening much with us. Everything is kind of protected here. And I guess I probably, okay, he goes there, that's fine. And we'll go over here. What about, no, let's not do that. Instead, let's go here. And hopefully we can make something happen with our knights. And that's a check. That's not a check. Okay, and my next move is to probably maybe check him a little bit more. And how about this one? This looks like the move to end all moves. King d1, rook f1. That should kind of end the proceedings. And that's a rook. That's another rook. And that's a pawn. Okay, let's just take all his pawns, and he ran out of time. So thanks for the game, and we'll just play somebody else. And hopefully everything is working. Okay, so next game. We are white. We're gonna play d4. Knight f6. c5 is a move. Okay, I'm gonna just protect that pawn. Looks like I caught him off guard with my move c3, because now he's thinking really hard after only 2 moves from him. I'm not sure why he's thinking so long, but he is. After bishop g7, I'm wondering if I can take on c5. He really is thinking quite long, I have to say. This is strange. This is very unusual. My opponent has thought for quite some time. Yeah, this probably isn't such a great move, this d takes c5 business. But I thought, why not see if he can hang on, if he can win back his pawn, I mean. Okay, let's play here. And okay, what about this move here? Knight g4, bishop d4 maybe, but then e5. Yeah, then e5 forces me to go back to e3, and then he takes, so that's probably not so great. So after, okay, he doesn't do that. Kind of want to play h3, but it feels a bit slow. Probably I should be putting my bishop out. I'll just play h3 anyway, because knight g3, g4 really seemed annoying. It's a bit unusual to see somebody think this long. Nowadays most people play very fast on the internet, and this guy not so much. Queen with his move, queen c7. Where do we go from there? Let's just play here. He still has to somehow win back his pawn on c5, and I'm not sure how easy it is for him to do that. So I think probably playing h3 was a good investment. Stopping knight g4 and making it much harder for him to win back the c5 pawn. Yeah, okay, he goes there. I'm just gonna castle, and I'm still a pawn up. And after this move, I can take either on d5 or I can take en passant, which I think I will do. Like this. If he takes with a rook, I can play e5, which seems to win a piece. If he takes like this, e5 probably doesn't quite work. Because if knight takes, sure, yeah, so. But I am up a pawn now. Now I'm really up a pawn, and I can just take it from there. And he doesn't really have any targets for the missing pawn, so my position should be very good. Very, very good. I'll just play like rook fd1, maybe knight c4, something like that. I can even play bishop b6, because this is protected by the knight on f3. And so yeah, I can play knight c4 here, and that'll threaten to play bishop b6. And everything is just nicely protected as well. So that is good. That is really good news. Yeah, we'll go here. He goes b5. Doesn't rook takes d7 do anything? Rook takes, if queen takes knight b6, if bishop takes bishop b6. Doesn't really probably do much. Take, bishop takes, bishop b6, queen b7, bishop takes d8. Yeah, I'm not sure how that is. So what if I just go back here? Don't really have the need to do much for the time being. Just be a pawn up and be happy about it. Maybe be 2 pawns up. Why can't I take this? I'm not sure why I can't just win a second pawn, which I'm happy to do. So yeah, this game has gone quite well. We're, I think, winning on the boards, and time also is very good. And this I can just trade. I'm wondering if I should take on b6 to play knight c4 and just trade more stuff. Okay, let's just do that, because I like to trade when I'm ahead on material, or in material maybe. So let's just, in that vein, continue like this and like this. So now maybe he moves his knight somewhere to try to threaten my knight on c4. But yeah, there's no need to panic. You can just play something like this, but then e6 actually. Okay, e6. Actually, after e6, don't I have queen takes a5, queen takes c4, and then okay, and if he goes there, I think I can just take the next pawn. Why not? Don't see why not. I don't see why not. And now let's not lose the queen or the knight. So queen a8 check or queen b5, I guess, are the options, like the main options. Why don't we just go with Okay, let's play queen b5. And try not to get mated over here. So how dangerous is queen d1? I'm not sure how dangerous it is, but my knight is kind of offside. I have been a bit greedy with the pawn moves. But okay, let's say he plays queen d1, king h2. Yeah, I don't really see what the problem is there. So, of course he does the check. Okay, so that actually is more... No, actually I've got g1 covered, so maybe this isn't dangerous at all. Maybe I can just... I'll just ignore it, maybe. Oh, that's a check. I'll go here. And yeah, I'm not sure what he is doing with his life. Knight f4 is a move. This is a check. And okay. And I'm running out of time. I've made this way more exciting than it needed to be. Okay, so let's... I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Oof. And I lost on time. Wow. So yeah, I was fairly certain I was gonna win this game. But then I slowed down, played too fast, and yeah, got careless. So there you go. If you're too careless, this is what happens. So now I'm gonna play faster. And I'm gonna play knight c6 here, and then was f5 the move? I think f5 was what you were supposed to do. He takes, I take, and then just, yeah, this is, I think, just fine. Unless I get mated over there. He wants to go... Okay, so bishop over there. Where do I go? h6 or g6? I have to go somewhere. It's gotta be one or the other. If I go g6 maybe? Okay, we'll try this one, I suppose. I probably misplayed this at some point, but let's see if we can swap down some stuff. So if he doesn't take on e7, then I can think about moves like knight f4 or even rook f4. Yeah, rook f4 maybe. Or should I play knight f4? What happens after rook f4? Queen h6? Okay, I'm not sure what that does. Let's just try this one. If he takes on e7, I'll take that. And then I have to try to get my other bishop into the game at some point. I'm gonna... Okay. So now at least that bishop is gone. Oh, and he even wants an endgame. That's very good. That's very nice. I was talking about getting my bishop here into the game somehow. But I think maybe I have to go here because I'm trying to stop his knight from coming to e4 and c4 and things like that. So I'll just... And I'm not supposed to put all my pawns on light squares, but here we are. I'll play knight c6 just to stop knight d4 and knight e5 at some point, and then just play bishop d7 and take it from there. And then I can think about moves like knight f6 and knight g4, or if he moves this knight, then knight e4. And can also just think about moves like rook f6 and rook a f8, and then in some cases maybe just take on f2. And the good thing is I can, okay, so if he goes there, I'm just gonna take that because that knight was threatening or putting pressure on e6. So rook c8 just to gain a tempo, have him move his king. And then maybe g5. I think g5 looks kind of logical, although I should probably be aiming to stop knight f3. Probably knight f3 to e5 is a bit annoying, so although I can't really stop it, so maybe this wasn't so great after all. I'm not sure this move does much, but I'll do it anyway. What if I play g5, take rook f2? It seems active at least. And then bishop goes to h3. And then bishop e2. Then I'm losing this, but then the rook has to move. Yeah, I'm not sure how good this wall is. But at least I can... And also giving the c file probably not so great. At least I can continue protecting this pawn. But that is a bit passive, so I might give it up for activity after bishop h3. Instead of bishop d7, I might go g5. Bishop takes, knight takes, rook takes. Because then I would have g takes f4. And if he takes first, take, and then takes, take, rooks takes, then I should have take, and rook f2. So we'll try that. So I'm kind of expecting him to take, although he could take on e6 first. I'm not sure what he will opt for, but I think he's going to take either on g5 or e6. But like I said, I think I might win back the pawn and trade some pieces, and we'll probably have a pretty level game. So he's gonna take that, probably, very likely. I'm gonna take, rook takes, and then I'm gonna take that rook, and then I'm gonna play rook f2, and he doesn't, well, he does have rook g6 in that line, so maybe no, actually he doesn't, because his knight is hanging on d2, so yeah, that should be fine. For once, time is good. I really should have won that previous game. That was really horrible not winning that one. It was so completely winning both on the board and the clock. Okay, let's not have that happening again. Let's win this game. So now rook g6 doesn't work because king f7 and both his rook and knight are hanging. But of course he can do this first, in which case, how do we continue? That is, I guess, a problem, because then also rook e5 is a move if I play a move like king f7. So yeah, I guess I am just losing a pawn. How do we play this? Which pawn do we give up? Or do we try to protect both of them? I guess we can't even protect both of them. So king f7, rook e5. Okay, we're thinking too long, so he goes there. Where do we go? King f7 maybe, and let him decide. Okay. Okay, now actually let's give him that one, and then we'll just play here. No. Okay, I'm really not playing this well, because now rook g5 is... Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. That is really bad. And if I go here, then... Okay, I guess I have to gamble a little bit. He's probably gonna check and take all my queenside pawns. But I felt at this point I had to gamble a little bit and try to win his g-pawn and try to queen my pawn. He's gonna go there, and then I'm gonna try to win this pawn and make something happen with my g-pawn. And although I'm down a few pawns, I'm arguing that I have the more dangerous pawn. Knight e4 is very welcome, because that loses the knight. And so that's a check. And that's a check. So now things should be fairly nice. That's also a check. And okay, what if I go... Let's just go here and we'll just push our pawn. We have the faster pawn, we have the bishop. Things are looking kind of good. That's a check. Okay. Admittedly, that is a check. But so is this. And that's a queen. So thanks for the game. And we're white. So we'll play d4. And you go c5. Alright, so how do we play this? d5 maybe? d6. c4. Queen c2. So we have the more space. We'll play a3 because I don't want him to play knight b4. And then we'll just play bishop d3 and castle. He goes there. I guess we castle. If he plays b5, I do win a pawn. Okay, I'll play here. He goes e6, okay. We'll get some pieces out. Maybe play here. I don't know if bishop h4 was a good move. Probably not so great, actually. He takes like this. How do we recapture? Like that, maybe? Seems like the way to go. So now he goes all out for b5, okay. All right, so be it. b3 maybe? I'll just play b3, keep this tension. And then we can, yeah, maybe move this rook somewhere up the file to, okay, it goes there. I'm wondering if I should play just here, probably not allow him to take on f3. And then at some point we'll play knight e4, which will threaten d6. I just wanted to get that rook out of the way so that the bishop on g7 doesn't take on a1 after a knight e4 and take. Also this rook Looks kind of nice and active on a7 as well. Another idea that I got was whether I can take here and then play knight takes b5, but then you can just counter sacrifice with rook takes b5, and then my pawn structure will be kind of ruined. Okay, so where do we go from here? This looks like a move. Or should I go knight d4 maybe? Maybe. Which knight? I'm not sure. Okay, we'll put this knight here. How should I recapture this? There are 3 ways of recapturing, and this one does have the advantage of a possible knight f5, where the knight looks really nice. So I can take that. I can even consider moves like bishop f5, bishop takes, knight takes. And again, the knight looks good. Rook over there. That could stop knight f5, because then c4 is kind of hanging. But what if I play knight e4? Does that do anything? I'm not sure what that does. Maybe I can start here. And that, at the very least, gives us luft with tempo. And where do we go from there? So if I can't play knight f5, what can I do? f4. Yeah, f4 looks not so good. f4 doesn't look good. Okay, let's just make a move at least. We spent a lot of time on this knight a2 business. Probably not really worth it. But at least now I should be... Okay, completely missed that move, of course. I was gonna say that I would be able to play finally knight f5, but not yet anyway. Bishop over there, maybe now I can play it. Although I can of course just take. Okay, we'll play knight f5 anyway. Because if he does take, then I've got some ideas of playing h4, and if takes, then I have queen takes here. So that's a move that she can do, and I guess maybe just go back here. The good thing about having the bishop here is it stops. He should have played rook. He should have put the other rook. He should have put this rook on e2 while he had the chance, and then I would have been in probably big trouble. Big trouble. Whereas here the bishop stops both rook f5 and rook e2, keeping f2 a little bit safer for the time being. Okay, probably taking. I don't know what that does for me. f4 is an illegal move, so that's probably not what I'm gonna do. Probably. Where do I go from here? He's kind of taken over this game. My knight is horribly placed over there. So I guess I'll just go here. At least that stops knight g4, and also maybe I can get this knight a little bit more into the game with moves like knight c1 and knight e2. This bishop is really well placed on d4. Yeah, things aren't looking great, but maybe there is hope still. He goes and attacks my poor rook. Let's try to stop that from happening. So yeah, like I said, I think I will Okay, and that was kind of what I was hoping for. I didn't think he would fall for that, but he did, and resigns. Yeah, thanks for the game. He played much better than me, to be honest. So that's why I'll give him a rematch. And looked like, yeah, I thought it was going to be the Catalan. Okay, I think I was supposed to take here. But of course I don't really remember much else. So I'll go like this. And castle. This position should be nice. I can play knight b6 and h6. And yeah, things should be kind of nice for me. And then I can just put a knight on d5. Here's looking at that bishop on f4. He goes away, which is fine. Guess I could play knight b4. I'm not sure exactly what that does. Okay, well, let's just at least make a move. We need to keep a certain pace. So at least what a6 does is that it fights for the b5 square a little bit more. And did he just blunder? Yep, he just blundered. This is the thing I was hoping for when I played his a6. I was kind of hoping for that. And he was nice enough to grant me this. Thank you very much. So now I have a very nice position. That was a very juicy extra pawn. And we'll just, I guess, take. And yeah, just take it from there. Very 2 4 6, very nice extra pawn, it has to be said. And I can even play queen d5 here. And attack the a2 pawn. Actually, yeah, okay. I was thinking maybe I could have taken on f3 and d4, but then of course b7 is hanging. So now, how do we play this? Should I be playing queen a2 or b3 or something? Yeah. Take, probably not so great. Okay, actually, why don't I play here? That looks like the way to go. And my position is just slowly improving. He's thinking, and he goes rook over there. Okay. But that is really good for me, I believe, because after I take, I can play either rook c8 or queen b3 even. Attack both the bishop and the pawn on a4. Both look kind of nice, actually. Rook c8. Yeah, okay, let's just play rook c8. Let's activate those pieces. The queen stands well on d5, and I can play now here, which looks really nice. And I think I could have won this pawn, but this just seems better because I seem to be kind of outplaying him at the moment. Knight g4 sadly doesn't quite work because the bishop is hanging, and I can't take here either. So what do? I guess I do something a little bit faster. What if I play a move like here, just simply attack that? Did I just blunder? Okay, I blundered the bishop here, but out of pure luck I have queen takes a3, bishop takes f3, bishop or queen takes f3, and queen takes e1. So wow, yeah, that was a lucky break. So I'm still doing well. I think he goes d5. Okay, which could be problematic because this knight can't move and things seem to be kind of hanging at the moment. But I have moves like bishop b4 and bishop c5, and then a lot of his stuff is hanging as well. So if I take the knight on f3, he could go. No, then he has to take with the bishop, and then bishop c5. Yeah, and then bishop c5, right? I think I might be doing very well here actually, because this move looks very nice. It has to be said. Again, time is of the essence, but he's in a lot of trouble because bishop takes f2 is a very big threat. So yeah, queen d3 just doesn't do much for him because this is just hanging and he's just getting mated, and he resigns. So thanks for the game. I guess we'll maybe play one more. And we are black again. What are we playing? We're playing the London system. It's black. So white's playing the London system. We're just playing against it. Queen b6. To be honest, I don't really know much theory here. Knight d5 maybe. I guess queen takes here is probably bad for some reason that I don't know. Knight c4 or something. Or rook b1. I don't know. Let's find out why it's bad. Then at least maybe I'll learn something. If I take this, what is he gonna do? Okay, isn't that a piece? I don't know. He might get some fantastic compensation, or he might even be winning my queen. So I guess we've all learned a little something here. How to lose your queen against the London system. So there's that. So as you can see, my queen has nowhere to go, and we don't really see anything else, so we'll just go like this. So we've lost the queen, but we have still some pieces, and I'm not really ready to resign just yet. We have 2 pieces and some pawns for this queen, and yeah, what's not to like? What is not to like? If we're being honest. So where do we go from here? Do we take this or something? Okay, let's just take this. If he goes knight takes, maybe just bishop e7. Yeah, we'll just go like this, and then we'll just castle. Position might not be completely hopeless yet. queen d5. Yeah, so then we can't play the move d5 because then this would be hanging. So we'll play f5 instead. Looks like he's not a big fan of my knight on e4, so we'll go here. But then the knight has a really nice square on d5. I guess he wants to mate us over here. Okay, so we've got some options like f4 maybe, or take bishop f6. I'm not sure what that does. Or the immediate knight f6. Okay, what if we just take this and then we'll go bishop f6. Hope for bishop takes, which probably won't happen. If he goes, let's say queen d3, then maybe I can play something like f4. Or if he goes here as well. Okay, let's play f4. I like f4. Because it gives me a really nice square on e3, I think. If he plays some moves like g4, then the knight is going to be really happy on e3. And can play moves like b6. The knight is doing a really nice job of protecting c7, and it's just a really nice piece. And even though I am down some material, yeah, I don't know what this is supposed to do. We'll just play probably something like bishop b7. Okay, he goes there. Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Okay, what about a check here? Check seems like a nice thing. It's not a check. Why did I say check? It's just that the knight looked nice there, but I just completely blundered d7. This is... I was doing so well, and then I had to go and do this, which was really not necessary at all. So I can try to argue that this was all part of the master plan. But the problem is, of course, that you can play rook c1, rook c7, mates, but... Okay, so here at least we'll go like this, I think. Oh boy, that was so dumb. Bishop takes a2 maybe? Check, take, queen takes... Okay, let's just take this. He's gonna check here. We'll take and then just play rook f8. It's not hopeless, but again, time is not my friend once again. Okay, and also I missed that one. Completely missed that one. I guess I don't deserve to win this game anymore. Or if I ever did, probably never did. Yep, this is hopeless. Now queen g7 mate is just hopeless. So we'll just resign this game and play somebody else. Okay, and we are white against Frozen Shadow, our old buddy Frozen Shadow who we've played before. We'll play c6. And is he gonna play d5 then? Okay, he goes like this, which means we're gonna have to play a little bit fast. Yeah, this is a bit of a strange way. He plays a bit strangely, to say the least. And I think the important thing here is, okay, f6. I think the important thing here is to not play too slowly. He's making some very strange moves, it has to be said. I'll just copy his style and make a lot of pawn moves. He goes like that. And okay, we'll go here. So we have an open file, so that's something. And we're gonna try to play fast. We're gonna try to play fast. And I'll probably play something like d5 maybe. It's a very strange position with all these pawns on the 4th and 6th ranks. I blame him, he's played very strangely, it has to be said. I mean, who plays this setup? He goes for d5, which I guess makes a lot of sense. So let's take here. He takes like that. Let's take that. Did he give us a pawn? Maybe he did. Either he gives a pawn or yeah, I'm blundering. Because if he takes, then he takes, and then he takes my rook. So let's try to avoid that. Let's try to avoid that. Maybe go here instead. Okay, I was talking about playing fast. This is not that. So rook c8, rook a3 probably because everything is hanging. I'll play rook anyway because my rook was not doing anything but hanging on a7. So at least now I guess we have some kind of pressure against d5, but we're not really threatening it. He can put a knight on e6. I have to try to find some squares for my pieces. f5? Not sure what that's all about. I don't really see a lot of entry squares for my pieces. Okay, what if I go here? At least I'm threatening this pawn. And also I can think about maybe putting the rook on the c file. Maybe try to make something happen over here. Maybe I can even think about rook c6. Okay, let's play rook c6. Why not? Rook c6, and let's try to be fast. Bishop d7 doesn't work because the rook takes b6. I guess he could play rook d6. I suppose that's a move, which he does. To his credit, he does do that. And then where do we go? My bishop on e3 looks kind of dumb. Let's just play here. And then queen takes this. Rook takes, queen takes. Okay, so he goes there. Where do we go? I think maybe we can, at least we can take, and then we can take. But the problem is he can take with a knight, so he doesn't, so that's nice because now he did just give me this pawn. Where is he gonna go? Queen over there, but then I'm really happy to trade queens like this with my extra pawn over here on b4. And now I just have to activate my pieces a little bit. My pieces don't look that great, to be honest. Knight over there, he wants to go knight c6. Why can't I just push this? Bishop over there. Okay, where do we go now? He's got b7 covered, so I guess pushing more probably doesn't do much for me. Okay, what if I go here, try to activate this guy? He goes there. Okay, I'm just trying to make also some moves. Did I just blunder a piece? I just blundered a piece. What's happening to me? 97, I just blundered the piece. Oh dear. So now all I have going for myself is the fact that I have better time for the time being, but even that might not last. Let's go over here, and then we can try to attack this d5 pawn. But yeah, this was really dumb. I guess I still at least have some drawing chances. Knight d4. No. I don't like knight f4, take. I'm losing a lot of stuff there. So I suppose, yeah, but I am gonna be losing that pawn in both cases, I think, because knight c7 wins the pawn. Yeah, he can even go like this, of course. So yeah, not doing too well. And now my time is even worse, so that's really bad news. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'll just make some moves. Not sure why he's not. He should have been winning this b pawn. Okay, so he wants to win that one instead. I guess that makes sense. Oh, that's a check as well. So it checks a lot. Yeah, now my position is of course completely lost. Knight checks over here. But the fact that he didn't take the pawn when he could have easily taken it gives me at least some chances, I guess. Okay, where do we go from here? Check. He takes that. We'll go. Where do we go? We're losing this one as well. Okay. Everything looks bad now. Even the time looks bad. Even the time looks bad. That's a check. Okay, why am I blundering everything here? He takes that. Yeah, there's not much to hope for in this position anymore. Not really. Especially now. So yeah, I think we'll just resign that game. Thanks for the game, and we'll try to play better in the next one. Okay, we're black and we're gonna play better in this one. d4, knight f6, knight f3, and another London opening. So because we all learned a little something in the last game, we'll probably not repeat that. We'll probably make some other mistake instead. Okay, how do we do this? Yeah, so taking on b2 didn't work out so well in the last game, so I'll probably skip that. Knight b5, at least I have knight d5 in that position, so it's kind of my point. And yeah, I guess we get to prove that point. Protecting c7 and attacking the bishop, so if he goes like bishop g3, I should be able to play a6. Although he does have knight d6, which I guess I just have to take. I guess I have to take and maybe take. Okay, let's take here. What does he do now? Is he gonna take with a pawn? Okay, he just sacrifices that one. I think we will probably, what will we do? Bishop c4. What if I play here? If he takes on d5, my point is that then I want to take on d6. So I'm basically just attacking both his bishops. And I think I'm doing quite well, actually. He can't really move this bishop anywhere because I take on c4. So I guess he has to take on d5, but then I just take here. And I am happy. Win a tempo, win a pawn. Yep. It all seems pretty good. Bishop e4. Check. This check looks pretty good for me. Take. And win a piece. Bingo. And that seems pretty good. No? Wouldn't you say so? This looks really good. It's good to be up a pawn, but being up a piece even better. With a minute better time on the clock as well. Life is good. Again. Okay, looks like he doesn't want to go down without a fight, which is his right. So why don't we just grab more pawns? Actually, let's not do that. I'll probably regret it at some point. So he doesn't want to let us castle. Nah, what the hell, I'll just take this pawn. It doesn't really feel correct, but I just couldn't resist. So now, my point is, I want to play knight c6 because I don't like knight e5 from him. Also don't really like knight d4 from him so much, so I'll go knight c6 and argue that everything is just fine. And if knight d4, I think take, and if rook takes, then I'll just promote this pawn and be quite happy. Knight g5 is kind of what I was guessing he would do, but then just queen f5. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything special. f4, okay. f4 is possible. Does he want to go e4 next? Probably. Okay, e4, then I'll just play queen c5 check. So he kind of fell right into that one. And now it should be pretty easy if I don't blunder or play too slowly. I have better time, but not much better. But the position is completely and easily winning. And he knows it. He knows it. And so yeah, so he resigns. And he wants a rematch, so thanks for the game. And we'll just give him a rematch. Because why not? And we are white. Okay, so like this. Okay. We're playing the Nimzo Indian. b6, okay. Usually I actually don't play this so much as white. I played it recently, at least more with black. So he goes there. Where do we go? Do we go a3 or something? Okay, let's try a3. Take queen takes and take like this. We'll take with the knight, and then the knight can come to maybe f5 or b5 or something like that. So we're threatening the pawn on e5. I guess I'm expecting him to either take or play knight c6 or rook e8. I guess those are the main candidate moves for black. So take, knight takes. If he goes knight c6, then should I go d5 or something else? And yeah, of course I completely missed that was hanging. But so is e5, so at least I can consider taking here. And hopefully I can just win back that pawn that I blundered with queen takes, rook e8, and then just probably queen. Okay, it goes like this, that's fine. And I'll just take here. Although no, actually this looks nice because queen takes d6. I have bishop f4, which must be nice. Must be pretty good for me. Okay, I must admit I missed that move. Okay, let's take here, I suppose. Queen takes, and then we'll bishop f4, maybe queen c6, bishop, or queen b7. How is that? That's probably not so great for me. But I can also just consider moves like bishop e3 in this position here. And just argue that I am doing not that badly. Queen c6 check, king g1. Okay. Okay. I wanted to play, of course. Okay, so how should we play this? Rook e1, queen c6, king g1, queen g6, king h1, queen c6 again. I can't really play. Okay, and I'm down on time. So all in all, I guess we have to make some moves. Queen c6, king g1, queen g6, king h1. Or you can do this, which I guess is possible. Bishop f4, queen c6, king g3 maybe? Okay, let's try that. Although I didn't blunder c4. I'm not sure if he... Okay, that was a check that I missed completely. And that is pity because now it's made after king h3, queen g4. So I think we can just resign that game. Well played. And he wants a rematch, but I think we've already played him twice, haven't we? So let's find another one for the sake of variety. This guy wants Kermit for president. That sounds reasonable enough. And okay, queen b6, queen c1, knight e4. Okay, fair enough. Maybe just getting wiped off the board, I don't know. But if I can castle, then maybe things aren't too bad. Yeah, actually don't think this is so bad. Although d4 is hanging in some cases. Like after c4, and then d4 is hanging. Take. Okay, should I just protect d4? Or should I take? Okay, let's just go here. Doesn't really feel like the right thing to do, but okay, at least it's a move. And then we can maybe think about playing f3 at some point. He goes there. Where should I go now? f3 maybe? Okay, let's play f3. He goes away. We'll go here. I think it's a fine position. Again, time is worse. He says hello. We'll say hi. He castles. Okay, now what should we take? Do we take the bishop, the knight, something else? Okay, let's just maybe take here. Yeah, I don't know about that. If only I had a plan, that would be really nice. That would be nice. Let's play here. And then I have at least the h2 square for the bishop when it gets attacked. Kermit for president. Rook c8 is unfortunately a good move. Yeah, it's unfortunately quite a good move. All right, let's panic and do something. With with a minute less on the clock, we're panicking and we're doing something which is usually not the way to go. Okay, can we consider going e4? Is that any good or not? No, then it just takes twice here. So what if we just play here? He goes like that. I feel like probably stepping out of the way might be a good idea at some point. At least now we're maybe hinting at e4 in some cases, and then this rook doesn't look good, but we can try to play a4. So he realizes that my bishop is good, so he takes it. And I'm gonna play a4 because my rook looked kind of stupid on a1. And if he takes, am I missing something? I guess I'm missing. No, he doesn't really have time for e5 because I have this move to stop e5. And he goes over there. We should probably also go somewhere, like maybe here. Preferably before we get mated on g2. What if we go here? I think this looks like the place to be. Stopping queen g5 must be a good idea. And if he goes queen h4, then queen e1, I like queen e1. And I believe my position is good now. Time is bad as usual, but at least my position is good. And yeah, that didn't make it any worse. So now I just need to not blunder. I think I'll... Okay, so he goes there, of course. We'll go... Just make some moves. We'll probably take that. Or maybe we'll just ignore it. Yeah, let's just ignore it. And put the knight on e5, where it looks good. Then he has a knight, we have a knight, everybody's happy. Everybody has a knight somewhere. Okay, how do we play this? Like this maybe, protect this guy. I'm gonna play... Okay, takes, that's fair enough. Am I losing all my stuff now? Probably. That is really a pity. I can't play b4 because c3 is dead. And if I play rook b1, he just takes on c3. So that's not good either. Guess I have to go here anyway. Try to argue some kind of counterplay. He can of course take this and that. He can take everything. And then I shall just probably play here or something. And then bring the king over. Bring the king over. And then we will of course lose some time. All right. He takes, we take this guy. He probably checks us over here. At least that is hanging now. That is a low-hanging fruit. And we can... Okay, so yeah, the problem is he's threatening rook f2, which is one of the many problems we have in this position. So yeah, things not looking too great at the moment. Mainly we're just getting completely outplayed, which is the biggest problem. That's the main problem. But unfortunately, it's not the only problem. Okay, he goes there. Where do we go now? There's not really that many places to go. So we'll go here. And then we'll go here. Okay, he goes there. Check, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'm just blundering another piece now. After knight e2, I think it's probably time to resign. He doesn't do that. So what to do? He checks. Okay. Yeah, that is kind of hopeless. I think we'll just resign that game as well. Well played by Kermit. And let's just play in somebody else. We'll play maybe one more game, probably not much more than that. Okay, somebody who plays one knight c3. Is it called the Sleipnir? I think it's called Sleipnir. So we'll just play like this and argue that everything's fine. I think this position can be reached via the Caro-Kann as well. c3, okay. Queen c2 is possible. Take. Okay, why don't we just take this? We'll take. He takes. We will then do something. How about c5 maybe? Okay, c5 looks like an idea. Bishop e3. I don't think I have any problems here. Position looks fine. Looks fine, absolutely fine. Rook c8. Knight e5, and yeah, things are okay. Oh, I did just blunder this pawn though, it has to be said. It should be noted that I did blunder that. Can we pretend it was part of the plan with b6? I guess so. Queen b3, okay. How do we go from here? Maybe bishop c5 is an idea. Bishop c5 looks like a move. It does look like a move. So obviously rook a8 is one of our next moves if nothing happens. Or queen c7 obviously as well. So maybe queen c7? No? What is his plan after this move? Not sure I understand. Okay, he just takes. That's cool. Bishop b5, okay. I am still up a piece. a5, queen a7, and I'm pretty happy with my position, if we're being honest. Should he go a5? He does go a5, and like I said, I think this should be fine, because I'm playing rook d2 now, and then I'm just taking on f2, and I'm very happy. I am very happy. He does go b4, he's not scared of me taking on f2. I guess I have to take like this, and then I can take the next pawn. Yeah, let's take some pawns, why not? It's better that he have 2 connected passed pawns rather than 3. So, all in all, I think this probably is winning for me, but I still have to prove that it is. So we have rook d1. How should I continue this? Oops. Okay, what if I go here maybe? Yeah, let's go here. So time is equal. Okay. The problem is that I'm not playing all that well. Can't I mate him somehow? There should be a mate in there somewhere. Like a rook h3 or something. Rook h3 would threaten rook takes h2, followed by queen h4 mates. So rook h3, g takes h3, queen e4, isn't that just mates? Looks a bit mate-ish. Rook h3, rook takes f2. But then, yeah, queen takes. Rook h3, take queen e4, that's mate, right? And bishop c6 I can always take with the knight. So let's try this move here. Rook h3. So a7, rook takes h2, king takes queen h4 mate. So I guess I'm expecting rook takes f2. And then can I then take here? King takes, and then yeah, this I will just take like this. No, actually, why would I take that? I can just mate him like I was talking about. I can just go rook takes, king takes, queen here, which is mate. He has to take, and that is mate. So thank you very much for the game, and I think we will maybe just call it a day. We've been playing for quite a while, and there have been some good games and some bad games, but we've ended it on a very high note, I think. So thank you very much for watching this, and I will see you in the next Banter Blitz with Indeedio.